Spy X Family is definitely one of the most interesting anime that hit our screens this year. The anime brings together unique individuals to form a mock family, with each member having their own reason for joining the family. Hi guys, and welcome back to AniCap Explained. Today we'll be recapping first part of Spy X Family, so let's begin. In the first episode, viewers are introduced to Agent Twilight, an unnamed spy from Westalis. He was assigned to a mission in which he is supposed to form a bond with Donovan Desmond, the current leader of Ostania's National Party. According to his tasks, he must build a fake family and enroll his child into Eden Academy so he can safely approach Donovan during school events. For the sake of his mission, he takes on the name Lloyd Forger and adopts a girl named Anya. However, he doesn't know that Anya is a telepath and she knows her new father is a spy. The two spend a few days getting to know each other and studying for the entrance exam. While Lloyd is away, she gets kidnapped, but Lloyd rescues her. Finally, after all the stress, Anya passed the entrance exam. However, they are informed that both parents must be present during the Eden Academy interview. In the next episode, we meet your Briar, an assassin by night but an ordinary clerk at Berlin City Hall during the day. She fears that her identity as an assassin might get exposed because she is still single at her age. During one of her assassin missions, she accidentally damages her only formal dress and visits a tailor shop to get it repaired. At the shop, she encounters Lloyd and Anya. Lloyd informs her about his dilemma regarding the interview, and she tells him about needing a boyfriend to socialize with at a party. The two agree to pose as each other's partners for their events. During the party, Lloyd ends up late due to a mission. After they leave the party, they are pursued by Lloyd's enemies, but he manages to convince her that they are just mad clients from his psychiatric work. They agree to continue to pretend to be married, and he pledges his vows to her by using a grenade pen as a wedding ring. Yor and Lloyd are legally married, and Yor begins her life in the Forger household. The newly forged family decides to go on an outing together so that Anya and Yor will understand what upper-class family life looks like. During a visit to a park, the family witnesses a thief robbing an elderly lady. The family manages to apprehend the thief, and the lady thanks the Forgers for their help. After the outing, Lloyd is happy that they are starting to look more like a real family. On the day of the Eden Academy interview, the Forgers are able to impress Henry Henderson, a housemaster and instructor in the academy, by overcoming several screening efforts. During the interview with the housemasters, the Forger family answers elegantly. However, Murdoch Swan, a divorcee, tries to taunt the family into failing. He upsets the family, and the Forgers leave thinking they failed the interview. However, coming to the Forgers' defense, Henderson punches Swan. At the Forger family home, the family decides to leave the results up to fate since two housemasters still seem to like them. During the day the results are announced, the Forgers discover that Anya's name is not on the list. However, Henderson informs them that Anya is indeed on the waiting list. After 3 days, they receive a call stating that Anya has been accepted into Eden Academy. The family celebrates with Frankie, Lloyd's informant and friend. Yor and Frankie get drunk, and Frankie asks what Anya wants as a celebration gift. Anya requests Lloyd to reenact a rescue scene from Spy Wars. Frankie and Lloyd use their resources to satisfy Anya's demands, and they reenact a rescue scene with fellow agents and a drunk Yor. After rescuing Anya, she promises that she will do her best in school for her father's sake. While Anya and Yor go to pick up her uniform, Lloyd receives additional requirements for his mission. To get closer to Donovan, Anya has to become an Imperial Scholar. In order to become an Imperial Scholar, Anya must earn 8 Stella Stars by excelling in school. Meanwhile, Anya decides to show off her new uniform to people in the park. Then they decide to do a bit of shopping for dinner. As Anya exits the store, she gets kidnapped. Yor quickly comes to her rescue and scares the kidnappers away. Anya finds Yor cool and asks her to train her for self-defense. During orientation day, Anya is placed in the same class as Damien Desmond, the second son of Donovan. Lloyd hopes that Anya will be able to befriend Damien so Lloyd can meet his father through their friendship. However, when the class goes on a tour, Damien bullies Anya and Anya's new friend Becky. Because of Damien's attitude towards them, Anya punches him, earning herself a Tonitrus Bolt, a symbol given to students for bad behavior or failure. Interesting story up to this point? Great! But before I move further, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Done? Well then, let's continue. Because Anya punched Damien on the first day of school, Lloyd urges Anya to apologize to the young boy. However, Becky continues to discourage her during her attempts to apologize to Damien. Meanwhile, Lloyd follows Anya around to make sure her apology goes smoothly. After finally apologizing to Damien, Damien starts to realize he's developing a crush on Anya. He gets embarrassed and refuses her apology. Lloyd feels his plans have failed, so he decides to tutor Anya. He pressures her too hard and Anya gets upset that she runs back to her room. Yuri convinces Lloyd that he needs to be more gentle with her. When he goes in to check on her, he notices that she's been studying before she fell asleep. Meanwhile, Yuri Breyer, Yuri's younger brother, finally learns of Yuri's marriage. In episode 8, viewers learn that Yuri secretly works for the Ostanian State Security Service, otherwise known as the SSS. He visits Yuri after interrogating someone from Westalis who was working as an informant within the city council. The forgers rush to prepare for the evening after receiving the news of his visit. Finally arriving at the forger's household, he barrages Lloyd with several questions, hoping to find fault in his character so he can take Yuri home. However, Lloyd quickly deduces that Yuri is working for SSS and decides to be careful with what he says. Yuri doesn't trust the marriage and requests the couple to kiss in front of him, so he knows that they are genuinely in love. Before the kiss, Yuri decides she needs to be drunk to do it and drowns the rest of the wine. As Yuri leans in for the kiss, Yuri suddenly regrets making the request and attempts to stop his sister. Instead, he receives a slap from Yuri because she is too embarrassed to kiss Lloyd. Yuri finally recognizes Lloyd as a good person and leaves the house. Meanwhile, Lloyd begins to think Yuri has connections to the SSS because of her brother's work. Lloyd and Frankie disguise themselves and follow Yuri to work to expose her. She manages to clear their doubts, and Lloyd starts to feel guilty for doubting her. On the way home, Yuri spots Lloyd and they both walk home together. They both express that they are thankful for each other. At the boys' dorm at Eden Academy, Damien gets compared to his older brother by his two friends. Because of the praise, he feels pressured to collect Stella stars faster than his brother had when his brother was his age. His friends reveal that a Stella star will be given to the MVP of the upcoming dodgeball match. Meanwhile, Anya hears the same rumor from Becky and requests Yuri to help train her again. On the day of the dodgeball match, Anya's class faces a class with a student named Bill Watkins who is athletically gifted. Bill eliminates everyone, leaving only Anya and Damien as the last two students standing from their class. Damien ends up protecting Anya from getting eliminated at the cost of getting a Stella star. Anya tries to apply all the training she learned from Yuri into one final throw but fails. In the end, their class loses the match. All the students later learn that the rumor about the Stella star turns out to be false. Because of Anya's bad grades, Lloyd decides to take her to volunteer at a hospital in the hopes of earning a Stella star through community service instead of academics. Unfortunately, Anya spends most of her hospital visit fooling around and causing more trouble for the staff. Her actions caused Lloyd and her to get dismissed by the hospital. While on the way out, she detects a drowning patient and dives to save him. Lloyd pulls Anya and the patient out of the pool and she receives a Stella star for saving a person. At the school, everyone believes that Anya cheated to get a Stella star. However, Damien defends her. Anya tries to get close to Damien again and learns he has a dog. She excitedly tells her father that she wants a dog as a reward for receiving a Stella star. Elsewhere, a white-colored dog visualizes the Forger family in his mind. Lloyd worries because his neighbors don't seem to believe they are a happy family. He takes his fake family on another outing to keep up his cover-up. However, Lloyd is forced to take on another mission on the trip. He is instructed to extract a chip that was swallowed by a penguin containing information about a weapon. Anya manages to locate the penguin using her telepathy. Lloyd retrieves the information safely and returns to his family before he arouses suspicion. He also brings Anya a giant penguin plushie. At home, Anya plays with her toys and attempts to enter her parents' rooms. Lloyd and Yuri catch and reprimand her, but she gets upset. Finally, in an attempt to appease her, they play along with her despite being embarrassed. Spy X Family might as very well be the anime of the year. The anime brings three fascinating characters together, all carrying their own secrets. But when will their secrets be exposed to each other, and how will they react once they learn the truth? Those are only a few of the many questions we have for this anime. We're all interested to know how Anya got her abilities and how Yuri and Lloyd entered their professions. Unfortunately, it wasn't answered in the first part of the anime, so we're hoping for more clarity in the second part. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing so you never miss out on any new recaps. That's all for today. We'll see you at the next one.